Hell yeah, he does. He should have stayed. He should have transferred to North Carolina or something. Got some real fucking coaching.
Should have
Some
transferred to
offensive coaching.
Should have transferred to fucking Walmart.
He ain't that bad.
No, he ain't that good.
He ain't that good either. That's the problem.
He's all right. But you see where Oklahoma's fucking defensive coordinator leaving?
Yeah.
Fucking goofy fuck.
I can't blame him. He's going for a better job.
Bruh.
He'll probably find a head job. Did he already got a spot? Or he just said he's just
No,
leaving?
he's going to West Virginia to be a defense coordinator.
Oh, he's trying to get in on that dynasty type shit.
Well, there was the dude that they hired was like his coach or some
Rich
shit.
Rodriguez?
Yeah, some shit.
What's the defensive guy's name?
Zach Alley.
Zach Alley. I don't know who that is. But guys, welcome back to another episode of From the Sandbox, man. We're here for another episode, man. I know it's been a while. Christmas has been crazy. You know, had to take a little break for the Christmas holidays, you know, kick it with family, you know, this and that. But hey, we back on this grind, baby. We back on this grind.
This and that and this and that.
How was y'all's Christmas, man?
It was straight. Didn't do much of shit. Just kick it.
What'd Santa bring you?
Not shit. Fuck Santa, man.
He ain't bring you nothing?
Santa get his ass whooped.
Bro, Santa didn't bring you nothing, bro.
Bro, I didn't fuck with Santa when I was a kid.
Bro, you fuck with Santa, bro. You ain't that cold, man.
Bro, I did not fuck with Santa.
You fuck with Santa.
I don't even fuck with like holiday Christmas type shit.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't. This shit's all.
I did when I was a kid because all my family would come in and we kick shit, but shit, we don't even get together no more. So I just do it for the kids now.
We get together and kick it at my grandparents' house. But that's about the only thing I give a fuck about. I give a fuck about the gifts and all that other bullshit. Motherfuckers just asking for shit. I get it, bro. But
God damn, you fucking Grinch. God damn.
Bro, I ain't never fucked with it.
Is that not fun giving people you love gifts?
Yeah, but some people take it all about the gifts.
Yeah. I mean, it's more about family to me.
If we could all get together.
Let's get together. Yeah.
That's a gift.
You give me some cool gifts on top of that? Shit, that's a shindig.
That's what I mean.
Drink a little beer.
Hey, I could give a fuck about getting a gift, but is the fam together? That's a gift.
Yeah. That's the greatest gift of them all. But hell, that fucking College 25 was a gift too, motherfucker. You been on that bitch nonstop.
Yeah.
I can't get this bastard to play no fucking Call of Duty.
Bro, I won't download Call of Duty because last time I did, I played that bitch for like 3 weeks. And I was like, oh, fuck this shit.
But it's free.
Yeah.
Just download it. Just fucking play Warzone with me. Hey, bro, I'm lonely.
Warzone ain't Warzone, bro.
Bro, it's a little bit better.
A little bit.
You got it. It almost looks like the same shit as the other one.
It's like spraying perfume on a piece of shit.
No, it's not.
It's still a piece of shit. It's not that
bad. It's still a piece of shit. It's like spraying perfume on a damn on a hard boiled egg that's been out for 5 hours. Yeah, it's gonna smell bad, but it still tastes good. I mean,
ain't no way a hard boiled egg.
You just mask that smell a little bit. It's still gonna taste good. It might have a little stank to it.
Yeah.
But it's still good.
And about an hour after, it's going to have a stank to it too.
Yeah.
So lose.
Shit, you pushing it with an hour. I'm more
10 minutes.
I got a good, bro, if I go in and I really put down, I give myself 25 max.
For what?
30 at that.
For what?
For the damn
deviled egg.
For it to it exits and then it enters and then about 30 minutes later it's gonna exit.
And
it's gonna feel a lot worse exiting than it is entering.
If your stomach hurting, you gotta shit. Just take some eat some damn boiled eggs.
Yeah.
You'll be straight.
Bro, you wanna know something I figured out? And I just figured this shit out. I don't know where I figured it out. No, matter of fact, I was watching You Should Know podcast. They're probably too dumb for you. You don't like that title. You think they're fucking stupid, but this dude, Cam and Peyton, they got this podcast. It's funny as shit. Man, Cam said something. He said, look, if you got a shit and it ain't coming out, get up on your tippy toes, lean over, and blow out. When I tell you, I did that shit the other night after I had, what we have? Michaela made some steak with some fries and some damn some type of sauce with some cheese on it. Oof. Oh boy, I was on fire. I said, that must have Zoop. I said, what the fuck? Damn. Ain't nothing ever exited my ass that quick.
Bro, you know, when you shit, you really supposed to have your fucking legs up.
Yeah, you're supposed to have your legs up. You ain't supposed to be on there for a long time. Shit, I take 30-minute shits.
Yeah. See,
I'm on the phone.
Shit, fuck that. I shit and get the fuck off.
I don't. I can't. Because the thing with me is if I shit, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Like if I do a quick one, I know I'm coming back.
See, motherfuckers go to shit and they say, oh, I'm going to go shit. They sit there and they let their shit start coming.
Yeah, that's kind of how I do. I let the second I get on the pot, it's coming out.
Yo, yeah.
I don't ever let it merit, try and sit there like, oh, I think I have to shit. Let me sit down. No, I don't hit the pot until it's go time. It's exit time.
I don't hit the pot till it's damn near too late.
Yeah, that's my problem. I got my timing's a little bit off. Yeah. My timing's been off for 29 years.
And that's been a problem even when we're golfing or doing something active, bro. I sit there, I'm like, oh, I got time. The next thing I know, I'm in a fucking...
Yeah, you got to putt for birdie on fucking hole 5 and the bathroom's all the way on the other side. Like, oh, fuck, I done waited too long.
I might as well just fucking shit my pants, say fuck it.
Do wipes. I don't know how many times I don't know how many damn times we can give y'all a shout out on this podcast, and we steady will until we get us some fucking dude wipes.
Bro, that's going to be our first sponsor. I'm calling it.
I think so. I hope so.
I'd be down with it.
I'd take, I want dude wipes, Blue Chew, and what would be another good sponsor for us where we could get some shit going? Shit, I'd take a Miller Lite fucking sponsor. Shit. Hey. You think I wouldn't be up here with a Miller Lite every fucking time if Miller Lite come and cover some of that Miller Lite bread?
It's the best tasting beer to me.
Shit. But let's go ahead and get into it. Last video was our Notre Dame, Indiana live stream. Obviously, we went through the playoffs. You can say what you want about the playoffs. I mean, what more did we expect? I mean, did you expect to go in there and have 4 just great games with the teams that were there?
I mean, all these motherfuckers saying frauds and shit. It's like, I mean, you don't know these games are going to go out like that.
Yeah.
But it's funny, all these dudes were like in the SEC. There's like, oh, Ole Miss should have been in there. Alabama should have been there. Shit, Tennessee, the biggest fraud of them all.
Yeah, Tennessee's definitely the biggest one.
I mean, you go in there and get
everybody knew that. Everybody knew that, bro. Oh, shit. It's working its way down.
Boy.
Yeah, I think Tennessee was the biggest fraud, bro. They come in there and were absolutely absent. I mean, you could tell from the first play that the secondary had no shot. Their secondary had no chance from snap one to contain them fucking monsters on the outside in Ibuka and Smith. They had no fucking shot. Couldn't stop the run. Junkins and Travion Henderson just shit. They fucking added their stock to that damn draft. What they did in Tennessee, everybody was talking. Well, shit, I'm everybody. I was talking about how good that Tennessee defensive line was. They were supposed to be the best in the country, and playing SEC ball, it looked like it. But when them big motherfuckers from up north come down, shit. And Tennessee, they standed no chance in the trenches that game, bro. They standed no chance in the trenches.
That game was over quick.
Yep, it was over quick. They didn't make no adjustments. If Samson was hurt, if Samson was healthy, could it have changed some shit? Maybe. They didn't run it like how I thought they would. Shit, the best one who ran was Nico, and he fucking
ran for his fucking life.
Boy, shit, he damn near got his fucking head split open. Did you see that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Where he got his, I've never seen a helmet crack. I've never seen someone hit something and a helmet bust.
Dude got popped.
That boy got popped. But yeah, man, that game was what it was. I thought out of the 4 games that would be the most competitive game. Obviously wasn't. SMU had no business being there, man. In those elements and what Kevin Jennings and Rhett Lashley and them wanted to run, it just wasn't schematically a good matchup. But I mean, if you get 2 pick sixes to start the fucking game, I mean, it's hard to come back from that. And we said that shit on the podcast before, if they come out and start fucking slow like they did against Clemson, there is no way they're coming back. And they didn't, man. They put up a good fight. It is what it is. But yeah, they had no chance of being there. Which was the other one? Notre Dame, Indiana. Y'all saw the live video of that one. Indiana just got punched in the mouth, man. Sometimes that shit happens. But with the Indiana game, and I guess with the Penn State and Ohio State game too, what do you think about these guys getting these first round home games at mid-December? These guys coming down playing in nothing lower than 50 degrees.
Man, I don't see nothing wrong with it, man. Yeah, granted, they gotta adapt to the weather and shit, but
it's the playoffs. We should be adapting to the weather in the playoffs. I think it should all be a neutral site.
I get that too, but also, I mean, baseball's the same way.
I mean, it's a different season. Like you're gonna get to the baseball. Like that is what it is. But I'm saying in this football shit, if we're trying to get the best out of each team, Indiana and them, go play at Lucas Oil, cover a fucking arena.
I get that.
Go play in New Orleans.
I get that, but I don't. I'm just like, bro, like,
I mean, if we want the best games, why play in 30 negative 27,000 degree weather? Like I don't know. It's not part of it. Not in the playoffs to where a team is at home with an advantage on top of that, with the weather advantage. I don't think that's is what it is for the playoffs. I think they should go to a neutral site.
But I'm saying, like, look at the baseball playoffs. It's in October. If a Boston or New York's in that bitch and somebody's got to go play them, it's cold as a motherfucker up there.
But bro, that's the Major League World Series compared to a first year college playoff that we're still trying to figure out.
It's December and January.
They've been doing that shit for years on top of years.
But I mean, you can't say, oh, let's push this bitch back because it's cold. Like, tough shit. Them kids played in cold, hot fucking weather.
Bro, they start in August and the playoffs are in December. They play in 70 degree weather all the way until the playoffs.
I mean, shit, when we start, I mean, I don't know. You can't control. I mean, that's in every sport, though.
You can't control it, though. Make them at a neutral site to where the elements are out of it. If this team doesn't show up, if you're not going to tell me if Indiana could go to a place and throw the ball if they wanted to, the game wouldn't have been a more competitive game.
Bro, I think Indiana wouldn't have. I mean, bro, even if it was 78 degrees and motherfuckers was not, that game wouldn't have changed.
It would have definitely changed, bro. The ball's hard. It's wet. It's cold. It's snowing. If they play, if you're not going to tell me right now on this podcast that if they played at a neutral site with everything, with the elements and all that is the exact same, the Indiana, we wouldn't have saw a better Indiana team.
It does change, but you can't sit there and be like, oh, let's cater these fucking pussies because they play in 70 degree weather. They don't have to go play in 40 degree weather. I
mean, it's not catering them. It's just, bro, it's making the best teams play at the best times. Like, we want to see the best teams make them. Let us as a fan see the best teams play. Now, if Indiana went to a neutral site and got handled the same way, that is what it is. That's on them. They had no other excuse. But to put a team in a snowy game on top of a team 200 miles away who can play and practice in this shit all day, every day, it's an obvious advantage for the home team. On top of that, the shit's white out, having a whole fucking, like, I just think it should be at a neutral site, no home games, and let everybody get the best out of every team.
I mean, I get that. I mean, I agree with that. The neutral site, it's like, why not? But also, too, it's like,
and it's the playoffs. Like, it's not like if it's a regular, I'm not saying it fucking 6 games in, if it's 30 degrees, if it's negative 30 degrees in Ohio State, say, fuck it, let's go play fucking Florida. Let's go play Florida at Florida because it's going to be snowing here. That is what it is. That's tough. That's tough shit. You got to suck that up. But in a playoff atmosphere where we're trying to get the best teams and everybody's already talking about, oh, this playoffs ain't this team shouldn't have got in. Now looking at it, they shouldn't have got in. If we want to shut these motherfuckers up and get the best football we can, I just say play at a neutral site. It ain't got to be in goddamn Florida where it's blazing hot and it could be, I don't fucking know. It could be somewhere else other than a home field. You ain't gonna tell me if Penn State and them didn't go play at fucking Jerry World, that shit, but that wouldn't have been a different game.
I don't know.
Yeah, nobody does. But That's what I think. I think we should neutral site, let everybody play it, take the advantages out of it. Now, Grant, your advantage is you're a 2 seed playing a 12 seed.
Yeah.
That's your fucking advantage right there. You don't get the elements and home field advantage. That's just me to see. I just want to see good football, and we didn't see it. I guess, was it last week? Yeah, I guess it was last week. It just, and the thing is, look at the Texas game. That wasn't no wild shit, and we got a half decent game. Texas should have went in there and blowed that ass out. They did, but Clemson still tried to come back. If they played that shit up in South Carolina, up there, man, that shit wouldn't have been like that. But let's go ahead and get into these next games. I think these games start, Tuesday and Wednesday?
Yeah. I think Boise plays Tuesday.
Yeah, okay. Let's start with that one.
And the other one's on the 1st.
All right. First up, we got Boise at Penn State. They got Penn State at -11 with the over-under 52.5. What you think about that?
Shit, I like it. I think it is going to be a high-scoring game.
But you don't think that 11 is too much?
I think it is.
I think it is too. If it goes up to...
I give them 5.
If it goes up to 13 or 14, 12, 13, 14, I would take that shit. I don't bet yet. I'm going to probably dive into it. I used to, but then I went on a streak. My wife got mad at me. And but we'll get back into it. Hell, we might even start a little betting episode of next year or something. But
I personally think 11.5 is too much.
I think 11.5 is too much. But the thing is it could get there.
Yeah.
Boise State is the most one-dimensional team in this playoff. If Penn State can come out, and obviously they're going to shell out for the run, and they're going to say, Madison, you're going to beat us through the fucking air. And if you can't, y'all don't fucking win. But we've seen teams try and shell out for the run, and Genty is Genty.
And Madsen showed sometimes.
Exactly. He comes out and he'll have that 11 for 15. But then he'll come out against fucking, who was it? Wyoming or whatever, 7 for 20, 2 fucking picks. You know what I'm saying? It's we don't know what we're getting out of Madsen.
It's crazy. He's only thrown 3 picks all year.
But yeah, that is true. And I think the 3 picks were in one game.
That's
it was 2 picks in one game and then 1 against that Wyoming team. But he doesn't turn the ball over. He just doesn't. It's not that he's making bad decisions. Obviously, he's not. He's thrown fucking 3 picks. It's just, it's kind of like when we were watching that. We were watching Oklahoma State. Was it Arkansas? And we were like, damn, if this motherfucker would just hit these fucking.
Oh, yeah.
He's making the right. Alec Bowman, he's making the right throws. He's just not fucking hitting his spots. And I feel like that's kind of how Madsen is.
It's like he's making the right reads, but he just ain't.
It's too short, too long. He's not in between. But
I think it was that Arkansas game.
Yeah, I think we were here watching it. Like, God damn, this
Oklahoma State
motherfucker
would have waxed that.
Boy, we were like, holy shit, this motherfucker is trash. I remember that shit. But I will tell you this: if Penn State comes out and starts off like they did against SMU, Boise State's got a shot.
Yeah,
I'm not going to take Boise State up out of it. Like we both just said, that 11 is a lot. SMU's D-line did get to Aller a little bit, and he struggled throwing the ball. If that happens, could Boise State stay in? I don't know, just because of the guys they got, Singleton and Katron Allen. If they get going and Aller doesn't have a day through the air, it could be a long day on the ground.
Boise knows how to score.
They do. That's the thing with Boise. At times.
Yeah.
Because we've seen it throughout the latter half of the season. We've seen that chink in that armor.
But if they let Genty run for 150, they're gonna lose.
Yeah. Yeah. If he run, but that's the thing. I don't know if I can't see James Franklin letting
I bet Genty runs for 150. I'll bet you $5 right now.
Man, I'll take that bet.
I'll
take that bet. I just can't see them in this playoff aspect letting Genty beat them in any type of way.
You wouldn't think.
And I mean,
and I've seen it too. Motherfuckers know, hey, we got to stop the run. We got to stop this motherfucker. And he go out there and run for 200. Like,
yeah. But they ain't seen a D-line like this Penn State squad.
Yeah.
They haven't. Genty, I would say he's more of an edge runner.
Yeah.
He likes to bounce it out of the holes and stuff and get to the numbers, get to the hash. Can he do that against Penn State? I don't know. That motherfucker over that what's my man's? The Abdul Carter. They're gonna have to be a left-sided running team. Abdul Carter ain't going for that shit.
I think it'll be this round. I think it'll be the best game.
It could be. It's got a shot to be one of them.
Other than that Ohio State Oregon game, I personally think Georgia's gonna wax fucking Notre Dame's ass.
I could see that too. We're gonna talk about that one next. But now let's say Genty's running a little bit. Maddox isn't turning the ball over. They're getting their little, 5, 7, 8, 3rd and 2s, 2nd and 7s. Then what? Is that the recipe for Boise State to make this a game? Genty has to run. Maddox has to do his thing through there, and he can run a little bit too. He can make some plays on the ground.
I think, bro, and I think it depends on what Madsen you get.
Yeah. That's been the thing with them all season.
Like I've seen, who was it? UNLV that come out's got a good defense. They come out,
them motherfuckers up.
They come out and said Genty ain't running.
Hell no, he ain't.
And fucking Madsen it was 21-0 in the first quarter.
He lit them motherfuckers up, and it was passes that were just he hit a deep ball down the hashes, and it was perfect. And then I'm seeing that same ball 3 weeks prior. Overshot.
Yeah.
So it's so inconsistent. If he can keep the ball in Boise, if he can keep the ball in the blue, if he can just give the ball to the blue team.
All he's got to do is get the ball in his playmaker's hands.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. And it's sad. I don't really know too much of the receivers and shit because Genty's obviously overshadowed him, but he's got some decent playmakers over there. They got a tall, light-skinned kid who's pretty good. I can't think of his name, but yeah, I think, like I said, I think 11 is too much. It's 52 and a half. What? 52 and a half. I don't see 52 and a half.
I do.
You do? We'll see. Like I said, if I'm Penn State, shit, I'm loading the box, shelling out for that run.
I mean, you got to think 52 and a half. Was that? It's like 26 a piece. Mm-hmm. So, when you break it down like that, it ain't that much. It is, but it's not.
It is, but it's not. These are two teams who can score.
Yeah.
And I think, obviously, like I said, I know what we're getting out of Boise State. Like I said, most one-dimensional team. But if that Penn State squad can come out and they have to establish the run. That D-line for Boise State is not that great. They're decent. They're not that great, though. They're decent. But if them two running backs can get going and then find a way to get Tyler Warren involved, I think it's going to be a long fucking day.
That home field advantage, man.
No, these ain't. I think these are all neutral sites.
I thought they were. I thought it was at Boise State. I'm about to look.
I think the only home field games are the first round.
First round.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
I was thinking
because I think these are the next 4 of the bowl games: Rose Bowl, Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, I'm tripping. I was thinking.
But you would think that if the top seeds get a home field, so why would you not? Why would we play these here and not have these guys play at their home? And then have Oregon fucking number 1 got to go and play fucking Ohio State or goddamn Tennessee. But that's here nor there.
Where the hell is Oh, never mind. That's Cardinal Stadium. That's where they're playing.
Yeah.
The fucking neither school's close.
Boy, that's a fucking drive.
Damn. They could have picked
somewhere else.
Which I guess they had that shit set. So
yeah. They knew what they were getting into. But we'll go ahead and just do the predictions on this one too. Man, I got to take Penn State in this one. I got to. Who you got?
I'm gonna go Penn State.
Penn State. I think the last week
I think Penn State, like as a betting person.
I want Boise State to win.
I'm a big Boise State fan now.
Me too.
I hope Genty goes out there and goes crazy.
Me too, boy.
I want to see him in that fucking Orange Bowl in the next round.
Yep.
Because I just want to see him go crazy against a good team. So all these people saying, "Oh, he didn't play nobody," because shut the fuck up.
Him go off against Penn State, and who would they play? That Georgia, Notre Dame?
Play Georgia, Notre Dame.
Then go crazy with the man.
Like, bro, if he came out and they beat Penn State and he ran for 150, he couple touchdowns, he went off. Then he goes in the fucking sugar or the Orange Bowl. What the fuck you gonna say?
Yeah, no shit. You can't say he didn't play nobody because he did what he did. He did what he was supposed to do against nobodies, and then come in against somebody's and still. That's what I want. I mean, do I think that he's gonna go into this game with an extra chip on his shoulder with more fire in him because he didn't win a Heisman? I don't think that. I don't think it's going to just be that much of a more chip. Now, granted, in his head, will it probably be? But I think GT is he's just a gamer, bro.
Yeah.
He could have won the Heisman and still gone out there and done the same shit. He could have not. He didn't win it. And I think he's still going to go out there and give that same shit. I don't think he's going to give anything extra because, and that's what everybody's saying. Oh, Genty's going to do this because he didn't win the Heisman. Like
in his head, he going to go out there and be like, "I'm going to show these motherfuckers."
I'm going to show these motherfuckers exactly. But I don't think
that's just
being a gamer. Yeah. But do I think he's going to have this extra push, this extra fire? Like I don't see that shit.
Even in his interviews and shit, through all that Heisman shit, bro seems like such a down. I don't know the motherfucker, but his interviews, he just seems cool. Like he's one of the type after practice, he goes home and sits on the Xbox for 4 hours.
He just kicks shit. Yeah, he ain't worrying about going to get with no hoes.
Yeah,
he's focused on his mission. And I knew that whenever he said in that interview that, Oregon, Georgia, Ohio State, all these guys offer me a bag.
Yeah.
I said, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm here for this squad. I know I'm going to make my bag. I'm loyal to this Boise State team. And I said, man, that's a good motherfucker right there. Ashton Genty, you're a cool motherfucker.
Hey, we could be wrong. On the weekends, he could be buck ass.
Yeah, he could be crazy. Who fucking knows? He could be running up and down that goddamn Boise Strip, butt naked, drunk in the motherfucker.
He could have 18 kids out there right now that he don't know about.
And that's just a testament to how cool he is because we would have never fucking known that shit.
I'm just saying, in his interviews, bro, he seems like a down to earth dude.
He is. He seems real down to earth. And on top of that, in that fucking Heisman shit, he didn't throw no shade. No. He didn't talk no shit. He wasn't saying like Travis, oh yeah, well, I'm the best player. We've seen good running back. Like all he's saying is Travis Hunter's a great player. Happy for him, this and that. But yeah, man, I hope Boise State does their thing. Would I be mad about taking this loss and hurting my record against Ty if Boise State wins? Fuck no. I would not be mad at all. But
I picked Penn State.
No, I'm just saying, like, if it hurt, it ain't gonna help me.
Oh, no,
if we both lose, it ain't gonna help me get back in the race. I wouldn't be mad about it.
No, if Boise State fucking wins, I want Boise State to win. But as a betting person, I got to go Penn State.
Yep. Next up, let's go Georgia Notre Dame, Georgia. They got Notre Dame favored by 2. It started at 1.5 and over under 43.5. I like this one. I like this one, and I'd take the over.
It's back down to 1.5 now.
It is. Shit, ESPN. ESPN. I looked on ESPN for. Which one are you on? ESPN.
Mm-hmm. They changed like all the way up to game time though.
Oh yeah. But I like this one, man. I really do. I'd take.
Like I said, I think Georgia's going to wax that ass.
You think so?
I think Notre Dame's good, but.
I
don't think they all that.
Bro, you think with a backup?
I think so.
And on top of that, Georgia, that is their chink in their armor is a running quarterback. Just like, all these other teams. But Georgia's chink is that mobile quarterback.
Hey, what Buddy showed in that fucking SEC game, the fucking 6 minutes he came to end the play.
That's just a small little portion.
Hey, he showed me at that little bit. I mean,
so you think he can manage a whole 60 minutes of football?
I think so. He's got enough playmakers. He ain't got to do much. What the fuck has Beck done all year?
I mean, Beck's thrown it around. We don't know if this kid damn near threw the game away when it was coming. He damn near threw the game away. We don't know what he can do through the air. I think this 2.5 is this 1.5 is a good bet. If I'm betting right now.
Personally, I don't know why Georgia's even in the playoff.
Why? Because the quarterback
They lost their quarterback. They should have fucking dumped their ass out. That was the rules last year.
Like we said, they should have put Florida State in there. Fucking let them do their thing.
Hey, don't tell me they lost their quarterback. So
that was the biggest, bro. After that shit, after Beck went down, that was the biggest thing I saw. And people were so serious about it. Like, oh, they're going to do it to Florida State. Why don't they do it to Georgia? Like, bro, Georgia lost their quarterback in the SEC championship. And still fucking won.
I think
what's his name? Jordan Travis. He was hurt a week before.
No, I think he got hurt in the ACC championship.
No, I thought the backup already had a game. It already had a game in.
Yeah, because it was the last game
of the regular season.
Yeah, no, it was the ACC championship game.
Oh, it was
short. Yeah.
Well, I guess that changes things. Georgia. I don't know, but
that's just, to me, you can't go off, like we've said plenty of times, these fucking committee motherfuckers, they change the rules every year, and then the next year it turns around and bites them in the ass, and they change it again.
Yeah, no shit.
Like, bro, if you're going to say that shit.
And that was the main reason why, the undefeated team, the reason they didn't get in was, it wasn't because someone was better than them. It wasn't because this team should have they were fighting here. The single reason why they left Florida State out, they said it out their own fucking mouth, was because of the fucking quarterback.
I guarantee if Dylan Gabriel got hurt, which God forbid he gets hurt, I don't want him to get hurt, but if he got hurt in that against Ohio State or whoever they played in the championship,
Penn State.
Yeah. If he got hurt in that game, I guarantee Oregon's still in.
Oh, yeah, there were no doubt in. I don't know, bro. These cats are so wishy-washy. We don't fucking know. But
bitches.
Yeah, I think this will be another good game. I think so, at least. What Notre Dame showed against Indiana, they showed they could fucking run. That is their strength. That's their bread and butter. And like I said, Georgia has struggled against running quarterbacks. Now, and I'm slow to say this because we got a full season of Beck. Beck has shown he can run, he can get out of trouble, but he can also make a lot of fucking mistakes. This is what I'm slow to say is Gunnar Stockton a better runner? Can he get out of more trouble? Can he run better than Carson Beck? That's the question. He did in half a game.
Yeah.
But that's going to be the deciding factor to what happens with Georgia. I don't see Georgia going out throwing it 35, 40 fucking times. I don't see it. They're going to have to really establish this run game. And these two teams are probably the most stylistically the same. It'll be the same game plan for both. I think Georgia's game plan on defense, got to stop the fucking run. We cannot let Love and Leonard run all over us.
Yep.
And fucking Notre Dame is the same way. We cannot let this Stockton motherfucker run all over us like he did against Texas. And that's going to be the game plan for both of these people. So this game is going to come down to, one, who can stop the run.
When did Beck get hurt? Was it
the second quarter? He didn't make it past halftime.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. If my memory serves me right, I don't believe he made it to halftime.
Yeah, I think it was like right at halftime.
Yeah. So second quarter. But yeah, it's going to come down to who can stop the run, who can hit their fucking field goals, and what coach is going to have the big enough nuts to make the big play. It's going to come down to 4 or 5 plays. This game is going to come down to 4 or 5 big plays. Who can hit the 4 or 5 big plays? And whoever hits these plays, whether it's in the first, whether it's in the fourth, whoever hits the plays is going to win the ball game. I think that's the type of game that this is going to be. Could this be a fucking slaughter for Notre Dame? It could be. It could be, because we've seen it just like we said with Boise. It just depends on what Notre Dame we're getting. Yeah. If we get this Notre Dame where Riley Leonard's running his ass up and down the field, it could be a long fucking night for Georgia. I don't think that defense is all that. We talk about Kirby Smart, and it's hard. It's hard to fucking say that.
Yeah.
It's hard to say a Georgia defense coached by Kirby Smart is not all that.
Yeah.
But that's just the harsh reality. They're not all that. They're not. Is their defensive line all right? Yeah, they're all right. I think they struggled at linebacker a little bit. cornerback. The secondary is.
I haven't seen any secondary in college football, and this year, since we've been doing this shit, I've watched the fuck out of just random games. I haven't seen one secondary that was just them motherfuckers cold. I've seen some okay.
I would say Ohio State has a extremely solid secondary. Yeah. That's the only team I can say with Josh Downs in them, or was it Jacob Downs in them? I think that's probably the most.
I ain't saying everybody's dog shit. But
no, everybody is dog shit.
Top everybody. 4 years ago, Georgia defense. Yeah. I haven't seen any top fucking cornerbacks, fucking safeties type shit.
They've all been shit. But that's the thing. I think Ohio State does have I haven't seen anyone really throw it up and down Ohio State's throat. Yeah. Ohio State's problems on the ground. But I think this is probably the worst, and it's just steady getting worse. They talk about quarterback play getting worse. I think secondary play is getting worse and worse, and I'm seeing it in coverage. I'm seeing it from safeties up back in the day. I'm going to go back to LSU football because I'm diehard LSU. We had the best safeties in the game. We had the best safeties who would come down. If a guy just happened to get past the backers, a safety was there to stop that motherfucker. Yeah. This year, I have seen so many fucking safeties run right past guys for 30, 40-yard gains, 20, 30-yard gains. I've never seen I don't get it. I mean, I see it with Shiloh Sanders. I see it with Sage Ryan and them at LSU. I see it with them boys over at Bama. I don't know. I guess the game has changed or something where you want these fucking safeties to be able to cover downfield more than you do. Man, fuck that. I need a safety who's going to come down and level a motherfucker who gets past my back. How dare you get past my linebackers?
Also, too, you got to look at fucking, in the back of their mind, they were like, damn, I ain't trying to get kicked out of this game, get a fucking...
Yeah, that's true.
Head tackle motherfucker like I ain't supposed to.
Yeah, like we've been saying, man, they're crutched. They definitely are crutched.
This defense is hard now. I mean, it's changed. There's so many. Oh, you can't fucking hip tackle, motherfucker. You can't what the fuck is that shit?
I'm so tired of hearing it. I heard fucking.
Someone, me and Dad were watching the game yesterday, and there was a hip tackle, bro. It wasn't even bro grabbed him and rolled him over and just tackled him in the backfield. And it was a running back. Mm-hmm. They threw a flag, a hip tackle. I was like, what the fuck's a hip tackle, bro?
I heard Mina fucking Kimes on that Netflix shit. Talking about, oh yeah, I'm tired of seeing these guys a hip tackle. We're not supposed to do. We're not the hip tackle has to be outlawed. I was like, you funky bitch.
Bitch, you don't even know what a fucking hip tackle is. Stupid bitch.
It's crazy you brought up that hip tackle. I heard her say out her mouth something about it. I can't remember what exactly she said. But I heard her talk about a hip tackle 3 or 4 fucking times, man.
Bro, she should not be. I ain't even gonna say it.
No, let JB do it.
Oh fuck,
let Coach JB do it. But yeah, man, I think this will be a good game. I think we're gonna see old school Kirby Smart come out. Have a game plan, knowing Leonard will not beat us on the ground. If you wanna throw it 35, 25, 30 fucking times, do it. Then if you beat us that way, hats off to you. I want to see this old school Kirby Smart come out here, dominate these motherfuckers on defense, and get back to that old Georgia. I mean, get back to the old Georgia. I mean, they're in the fucking playoffs, but that the crutch right now for Georgia is that fucking defense.
I do think Notre Dame comes out with that backup quarterback. I think Georgia's gonna win, but I do think Notre Dame will come out and fucking bring a lot of fucking pressure.
Yeah,
and if they could get pressure on dude. And I mean, he's his first fucking start.
Yep.
Shit, he could get fucking flustered. Not know what to fucking do.
He could. But yeah, Notre Dame, I think you shell out for the run. Let him beat you through the air. I mean, it's an obvious game plan. Do not let these guys beat you on the ground. Make this motherfucker throw. It just like with the Notre Dame game, or just like with the Georgia game plan. I mean, Georgia defense game plan. Make Riley Leonard throw. He's not gonna beat you on the ground. Let's fucking run it down their throat, and we'll come out with a win if that. So in this game, Notre Dame, Georgia. Notre Dame's favored by 2.
I'm going Georgia.
See, I'm stuck because now I'm thinking, can Freeman really fuck with Kirby Smart? Like this is Kirby Smart's element right here. The fucking playoffs is Kirby Smart's element. But I just think stylistically,
Notre Dame.
I just think stylistically that this Notre Dame squad is not a good fit for Georgia. I think Riley Leonard's too dynamic. I think they can run it a little bit with a quarterback and Love and them running backs. I'm going Notre Dame.
We got one.
Next up, Oregon, Ohio State. Ohio State's favored by 2.5.
That's surprising, though.
Yeah, that is surprising. And the over is 55.5. I like that 55.5.
Boy, I would take that in a heartbeat.
I'd take that in a fucking heartbeat. And the reason why I kind of almost agree with the Ohio State favorite 2.5 is because Ohio State shot themselves in the foot last time. If Will Howard doesn't slide at the fucking, if he doesn't slide 3 yards before the fucking first down mark, that's a different game. That's just a quarterback not understanding what's going on. Like that was just bad clock management. I think they would have definitely got a field goal off and won the fucking ball game. I think it was a 1-point game. 30-31 or something like that. That's 61 right there. We hit the over right there.
Who you going with? I'm going with Ohio State just because it's hard to beat somebody twice.
It's hard to beat somebody twice, but we've seen it twice. That's my thing. I watched Georgia beat Texas twice, and now I'm biting my tongue. I'm eating crow because I said that. That's why I went with Texas to beat Georgia because I said it was so hard to beat somebody twice.
Ohio State. Oregon's been sitting on their ass.
They are.
Ohio State just came out and beat the fuck out of Tennessee.
Yeah.
They hot.
They're hot.
It's hard to beat somebody twice, and that's why I'm going with Ohio State.
Man, let me sit on a second. So is this the national championship game?
This?
Yeah.
Whoever wins this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just mean this game. This is the national championship game right here. This is the two best teams in the motherfucker.
Yeah.
And why is Oregon playing in the national championship with 3 games fucking left to make it to the national championship?
This will be the best game of the whole playoff.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it will. In the second fucking round. The best fucking game in the second round.
Because one of these two teams, I feel like, is going to win the bitch.
Yeah, I think so too.
They're the best teams to me.
Well, it depends on...
And one of them's about to be put out.
It depends on... For me, I think this is a 3-man race with Texas, Ohio State, and Oregon. Yeah. It depends on what Texas we see against Arizona State, which we'll talk about next. Now, if we're talking about an all-around team, I think the best team in it is Texas. From a defensive standpoint, from an offensive standpoint, with everything going right on that offense, and by everything going right, it's Wisner being able to run, the offensive line protecting Ewers. And I'm gonna stand on this hill, and you can shoot me down. Any of the viewers can shoot me down if you want to. When Quinn Ewers is damn boy, what you do? Just have a mini fucking stroke? But no,
autism real quick.
This motherfucker here. I done lost my what was I saying? I done lost my whole fucking train of thought.
Quinn Ewers.
Oh yeah, if Quinn Ewers, when he's protected in the pocket, when his jersey's clean, I think he's the best slice and dicer in college.
Yeah,
I truly believe that. But now when he gets flustered, when he's got to get off his mark, then he's one of the worst. I mean, he don't
even know what to fucking do.
Exactly, he doesn't even compare. At least like when we talk about good quarterbacks. Him and Carson Beck are kind of in. When Carson Beck is on point, I think Carson Beck is one of the best. If Quinn Ewers is on point, one of the best. But then it's guys like Will Howard. It's guys like Drew Aller. It's guys like Dylan Gabriel who, when everything doesn't go well, they can still make plays. Yeah. They can still make shit happen. And that's why, before the season, and this is kind of off topic, but it applies to this right here. Before the season, everybody was talking about, oh, dude, the dual threat quarterbacks are going out of style. It's about to be a pure pocket passer. Look at Joe Burrow. Look at all these guys in the NFL putting up all these numbers. I think that's about to be gone because we see it. Guys like Carson Beck he can run a little bit, but guys like Quinn Ewers, these guys are about done. Like you have to have a offensive line who can protect him at all points of the game. When shit gets tough, they have to protect for all 4 quarters, because if you don't, he can't run. He can't make no plays on the ground. If something's covered up, what's he gonna do? Throw a fucking pick. Do some stupid shit.
Pocket passers in football is on the way out.
It's definitely on the way out.
They got the door in their hand and they about to shut that bitch.
Hell yeah. Joe Burrow is the last motherfucker who, when the last pocket passer comes through college, he's going to shut that bitch, never be another one.
Yeah.
I think Joe Burrow is the epitome of a pocket passer. I think he's the best one to do it in college in a very long time. Now, I could be biased. I'm thinking.
I go with that. But, I mean.
Nobody has that factor like him.
No.
Like nobody has that factor.
Also, too, nobody is going to recruit a pocket passer.
Exactly.
Bro, the game is changing. Defense has gotten worse.
Yep.
Because it used to be fucking look at the SEC 5-10 years ago. It was 20 points a game.
Yep.
Run the ball.
Solid defense.
Yep. Now, across the whole board of college, you going 40, 50 points a game.
Yep. And who are the teams putting up these 40 and 50? Teams with running quarterbacks.
Yes.
So it's sad.
And running the ball is, I feel like running the ball is leaving the game, kind of.
It is. We haven't seen,
it is, but it ain't. But it's like, used to, everybody was
everybody had a solid run.
Yeah.
Georgia, Alabama had 7 years with a depth. What teams is Derrick Henry supposed to? I can specifically remember this, and it's so crazy that we're talking about this right now. I remember, I can't. All the names are getting jumbled up. I can't remember who it was.
Backs.
Yeah, but let's just say it was Mark Ingram, Trent Richardson, and Derrick Henry. I remember when, say, Trent Richardson and Mark Ingram were going ham, that all these people were talking about, like, Alabama has this 6'3" shit brick house right back here. And Derrick Henry, a high school freshman, did rushed for 10,000 yards in high school. And then comes out 2 years later, Heisman, one of the best running backs in the fucking country right now. In the fucking NFL right now. Like, these guys had so much depth, so much. Look at Ohio State over there. They had Braxton Miller.
They had Zeke, didn't they?
Yeah. But I'm talking about like depth. They had Braxton Miller
you're talking about
at quarterback.
Cardale Jones.
It was Cardale Jones, Braxton Miller. Then guess who was the third string?
It was Burrow, wasn't it?
CJ Stroud. Guess who was the fourth? Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Think about that, bro.
You don't
think
have
about that
shit. No
shit. That is so crazy, bro. I saw someone talking about it yesterday. They said, hey, think about a team who was playing Braxton Miller and had Cardale Jones as a backup. I said, what about the other two? What about freshman CJ Stroud? What about Joe Burrow, who leaves and wins a fucking national championship?
You just don't have fucking depth anymore.
I know.
Anywhere.
It's crazy. It's sad. But let's get back to this, man. We say this is the national championship. I think if this was a 4-team playoff, this would be a national championship team right here. But thing with Ohio State, can they run the ball like they did against Tennessee? Now, was that a thing of, Ryan Day?
Was that Ohio State or was that Tennessee just being
exactly?
ass?
Was that Ryan Day? And Ryan Day is notorious. Y'all can talk all this shit about. I'm talking to y'all, the viewers. You can talk all this shit about Ryan Day you want. Every loss, he's always bounced back. He always, now that Michigan loss was.
I fuck with Ryan Day.
Me too, man. I like him because he stuck to his guns against Michigan. He said, look, y'all aren't going to little bro us no more. We're going to run this shit down your throat, and it is what it is. Now, was that selfish and was that ego driven? Absolutely. That's why you fucking lost the game. Could you have beat Michigan down the field and Ibuka and damn Jeremiah Smith have 150 receiving yards? 1,000%. But he stuck to his gun, said, I'm going to try and run this bitch down your throat. And Graham and them on that defensive line from Michigan said, no, you're not.
It would be hard for me as a coach with Ohio State's wide receivers to not air that motherfucker out all day.
I swear. I don't. And that's the thing. That's the tick, I guess, with Ryan Day is he too stuck in his ways? Because I just don't think that against that Michigan squad, his staff was not like, Coach, we got to hit this shit downfield. We got to with this run. This we're not running the ball. We got to hit this shit downfield. He could have said, "Oh no, we're going to stick to this." But every loss after the Oregon loss, they got torched through the air. They got torched after a Oregon team who was put up. You know what we were talking about at the start, like, bro, they're throwing 40 passes and they got 150 fucking yards.
Yep.
Like they're not doing shit. And then they finally did it, and now the secondary shut down after that. You know, they were shutting shit down, and then Notre Dame, Michigan. I don't even know. Now I'm thinking about. I don't even know how Michigan fucking beat Ohio State. They didn't run it great. They didn't throw it great, but they beat themselves. But they come out against the Tennessee squad, change the whole shit around, change some shit up, and wax that fucking ass.
A Michigan team that can't pass the ball.
Exactly. But that was my point. Ryan Day has always made the proper adjustments. He did, game to game. He didn't make it in game, but game to game, he's always made the proper adjustments. If they can run it like they did against against Tennessee, and that's the thing with Oregon. I don't know how great Oregon's defense is.
Yeah.
I think that offense and that speed over there just overshadows that defense to where
it outshines them. It
outshines them, man. So it's going to come down to, can, Ohio State get it going on the ground? Can Junkins and what's my man's name? What's my other man's name? Travion Henderson. Yeah. Can they get going? And if they get going, that's the thing with Ohio State. If they get going and they spread that field out, and then they shrink the defense and spread the field out, and let Ibuka and Jeremiah Smith go crazy.
If they get going and it's the running the ball like steadily, 4, 3, 5 yards a carry, they'll fucking torch their ass on the play action. Yep. Like it would be too easy.
Yep. And then that's the flip side with Oregon. Can they get going on offense? That speed that they have is unmatched.
And Dylan Gabriel's a fucking playmaker.
He's a fucking baller. He's a right-handed Baker Mayfield to me. He just a fucking when we talk about ballers, we talked about it in the prior podcast that there's a difference between hoopers and basketball players. Dylan Gabriel and Blake Baker, Baker Mayfield are ballers. They can ball. Are they pure football players? No, they're fucking ballers.
They know how to win.
They know how to fucking win. And Ohio State's got to stop that. Last game against Ohio State, Oregon had 4 receivers with over 10 yards a catch. That is, you want to know what that's a recipe for? Packing your shit up and going to hit the fucking house. Watching the rest of these games from the fucking couch.
Yeah.
And they didn't get Ibuka and Smith involved as much as they did. Now, granted, it was 3 or 4 games in. Did they know what they truly had in Jeremiah Smith? They knew a little bit, but they didn't know what they know now. And that's why I'm stuck between my picks, because that's my question. Did Ohio State know what they had during the first match? I'm fucking. I don't know if I need more caffeine or less caffeine.
That motherfucker's.
Hold on, let me reboot right quick.
Okay. Boy needs to charge his battery. Boy, someone get this man some AAAs.
Oh, let me hit the reset. Okay. Now that's my question. Did Ohio State the first game know what they had in Jeremiah Smith? Did they know that he is this guy who can change a game by himself? I don't believe so. They didn't get him involved like they did. So, and that's the question, whether I'm going Ohio State or Oregon. It's hard to bet against an undefeated team. I mean, it's hard to bet against an undefeated team, against a team who has 2 losses, who has already lost to one team. And as we say, we can't just look at it through the Ohio State team. Oh, yeah, they bad clock management, this and that.
Yeah.
Oregon does the same shit.
Yeah.
They know what they did wrong in that Ohio State game. They know what they can fucking fix. They know they got to run the ball a little bit. They know they got to, spread the field, get the ball deep. But, man, I'm just going to go. Oh, it's tough, man. And it's almost like I want to watch the game before I bet, because I don't know if Oregon's going to shell out for the run, if they're gonna say, beat me through the air, or they're gonna say, oh, we're gonna light box and have everybody shaded, and you're gonna have to beat me on the ground. I don't know what we're gonna get, but I'm going. If I'm Dan Lanning, the one thing I'm not gonna do is let them monsters on the edge fucking beat me.
I'm gonna change my answer.
You going Oregon?
I just want to see Oregon. I like Dan Lanning.
Yeah.
And motherfucker said he wasn't going to be. I honestly, I said Ohio State, which I kind of think Ohio State will win, but I want to go with Oregon just because I want to see them win.
Yeah, me too. And when I talked about my last point about what Oregon's gonna do, are they gonna shell for the run, beat me through the air, or you're gonna have to beat me on the ground? I just don't see them. I don't see a world where Dan Lanning lets Jeremiah Smith, a fucking freshman, and Ibuka, the two guys that you can't let beat you. I'm going to give it to Travion Henderson and Keyshawn Junkins, say, beat me. And I think they can hold them at bay. So just off that, what my game plan in my eyes that Oregon has, I'm going to go Oregon too, man. Defense travels, but speed kills.
Yep. Speed
fucking kills. So we'll both go Oregon on that one. The last matchup we got is an interesting one. The Texas-Arizona State game. Texas favored by 12.5. I think that's a lot. I think that's a shit ton. Hey, Tony said the same shit. I made a video. Tony said, I don't like anything burn orange.
Man, them motherfucking Arkansas fans don't like shit, boy. Man. But goofy fucks.
Yeah, Texas favored by 12.5. The over-under is 51.5. Oh, shit.
She fucking pissed, boy.
I do think that 51.5 is a lot, though. The 12, I could see.
I would have to go the under on.
I would go the under, and I would take Texas at the 12.5. I got to go with Texas.
It's the same thing I've been saying. I want to see Arizona. I want to see Scatterbo. Yeah. I want to see Arizona State win.
Yep.
Do I think they're going to win? No. I'm going to go Texas.
I just think if we're talking about matchups, Ohio State, Oregon, decent matchup. Stylistically to each other, it's a decent matchup. Penn State, Boise State is a decent matchup. Notre Dame, Georgia is a decent matchup. I think this is the most mismatched team. I think Oregon State is a bad. Texas is a bad matchup for Oregon State.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get my words out, but I just think that obviously Texas ain't gonna let Scatterboo do his thing. He's not. Now, can Levitt beat him through the air? And he can also run. He does good in the zone runs, zone read runs and shit. But can Sam Levitt beat him through there? He hasn't turned the ball over a lot. He's a freshman, but that motherfucker can spin that ball.
Yeah.
When we talk about a pure spinner of the ball, Sam Levitt can fucking spin that thing. But yeah, that's the thing. Texas cannot let Scat beat him.
No,
he cannot. And the thing is if Texas comes out, punches him in the mouth 14-0, I don't think Arizona State has enough firepower, especially with Jordan Tyson being out there receiver. They had some guys step up in the Iowa State game.
He gets to come back though.
No, he's out.
Oh, he's out?
Yeah, he's out. Shit. He's out for the season. So I just don't know if they have enough firepower. If it comes down to a brawl in a phone box, in a phone booth, I could see, Arizona State making a run, but I just don't think it's going to be that, because Texas can beat you in a fist fight in a phone booth, and they can beat you in a fucking track race.
You think you see Manning?
I don't know if it gets to the point where they're going to need him. And that's the thing. If we were going to see him, I thought we would have a better chance seeing him against Clemson. I thought Clemson's defense had a better chance, rushing the passer, getting in Quinn Ewers' grill. But
I think if you got to see Manning, you're fucked.
That's the thing. I think if they have to bring Manning in, I think that's a bad sign right there that they ain't in the fucking ball game. But I mean, we've both been preaching it for since we fucking seen what Arch can do, they should have been had packages and packages for him.
Yeah.
I think so. But yeah, I just don't see Arizona State having enough firepower. And it's just a thing of we're gonna load this box, not let Scat beat us. Levitt got to beat us through the air. Now, flip side, if they pitch backwards, if they start with the curveball and start launching that bitch, tight box, launching it through the air, getting shit going through the air, and now they have to respect the air, respect Levitt's arm. I think that opens up Arizona State to do a lot more different things because Scat can run, but there's different ways to get Scat the ball.
Yeah.
Scat can line up there in the slot and catch a screen. Scat can catch you want to load the box and rush me, try and get pressure on my quarterback. I'll send Scat on a slant right behind them fucking linebackers and have him one-on-one with a safety. I'd take Scat against any safety in the country 10 times out of 10. But it's just a matter of, do they come out and set the tone, trying to set the tone, running until they can't. That's just pitching. I'm going to hit this low outside fastball. Yep. This is my game plan right here. Or do we got this cleanup hitter who I know can hit this? Do I pitch him backwards? It just depends on what we get from Arizona State.
I think it'll be close till halftime. Just they're going to try to figure them out. Yeah. Figure each other out.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be 10-7, 3-point game at half.
Yeah. I can see it.
I think Texas third, fourth quarter might run away with that bitch.
Yeah. And for me, it comes down to, how does Arizona State get to Quinn Ewers? They're going to have to manufacture pressure, meaning they're going to have to do stunts. They're going to have to throw some cornerback blitzes. They're going to have to do some wild shit just because the front seven aren't going to get to him.
Yeah.
I just think that Texas O-line is just too good. They're going to have to manufacture pressure. And if they can and get to him, then it changes up the ballgame a little bit. But we got to realize Texas rushed for 290-something yards last game. I mean, they ran the ball up and down Clemson's fucking throat.
Yeah.
Now, if Arizona State allows them to do that, then it's cutthroat. If you have to think of the run and shell out for a pass, it's cutthroat. But if they can get to Ewers, stop the runs, allow Wisner to not have this, games like he did last game. I think Arizona State has a shot to stay in the game. Do I think they even have a shot to win? I mean, it's the playoffs. We don't fucking know what we're going to get.
And shit, college football this year,
you never fucking know.
Fucking never know.
But the thing is Sark. I don't think Sark is going to be stingy. I don't think he's going to stick to his plan. If he's going to, stick to his run, stick to his pass, I think he's going to take whatever Arizona State gives him. And if, at that point, if it gets to that point where Sark can say, okay, you want us to give you the run? You gonna stop us through the air? Okay, we'll run that bitch. Yeah. I'll run that bitch 30 fucking times. Okay, you want to shell off? I'll throw this bitch 50 times right over the top of you. I don't think Sark is greedy like a lot of these other guys who, like a Ryan Day who was stuck in his ways. I'm gonna run this bitch until the wheels fall off. I think Sark is gonna give them. I think Sark is gonna take what the defense gives them. And that's the key to it. So I'm gonna go Texas. I have to. Would I love seeing Arizona State in there? I would. Does Arizona State have a better shot against a Oregon, Ohio State? Yes, I think they do. I think Arizona State can run the ball against Oregon. I think Arizona State can run the ball against Ohio State.
Yeah,
but they got to get past Texas. So in this one, I'm gonna go Texas. As much as I want to see Arizona State do it, I just don't think they have enough firepower. With Jordan Tyson in there, giving them, a playmaker outside to throw it, would it be a different story? Yeah. But, I just don't think Arizona State got enough firepower.
I think Texas will win too.
You going Texas too?
Yeah. I want to see Arizona State win, but.
Me too. All right. We'll finish on this. Who you got winning the championship? Who is your pick right now?
To win it all?
To win it all. If you had to throw $100 on someone to win $1 million, who'd you gonna throw it on?
I'm putting on Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah.
I think Texas, like I said, I just think that the most balanced squad, like I said, can beat you in a fist fight, can beat you in a track race. I'm going to go Texas. We need to have a little side bet going there. We doing 5 on, what we bet? 5 for Genty having 100?
10.
Or 150? 10 for Genty having 150?
Yeah.
Shit, we should throw a little bet on there if someone else wins. What you want to do? Oregon wins, what? Got to do something on here. Got to eat a hot chip on here or something.
I ain't doing no hot chip challenge, boy.
Bro, you ain't going to do the hot chip challenge?
Fuck no.
You ain't going to do it for the internet?
Hey, I've seen way too many motherfuckers on the internet do that shit, and that shit look fucking scary.
It does.
That shit look way too damn scary.
We gotta figure something out. We ain't got to do no money, but we got to figure something out. If you got to do something, you got to eat them damn. You eat sardines?
I have before. They just salty as fuck.
Okay, we're gonna figure something out. We're gonna figure something out for if Texas wins. Ty got to do something. If Oregon wins, I got to do something.
And what if neither one of them win?
Then scratch. It's just a scratch bet. But yeah, we're gonna do a little 10 on Genty running for 150.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
We're going to see. But, guys, that was our playoff games round 2 prediction video. Tied in with the recap video. Like I said, man, we had Christmas. We didn't get to do a recap video. But we're back on schedule now, man. New Year's ain't going to stop this shit.
Yes, sir.
So we back on schedule, man. Getting to the meat and potatoes of this playoffs. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. If y'all rock with us, be sure to tap into From the Sandbox Podcast. Wherever you get your podcasts.
We're going to go live again.
Yep.
On one of the games.
Yep. We're going to go live.
I think we should go live on the final game.
We'll go live on the final. Okay.
I think it's on a Monday.
We'll go live on the final game. And then, we might do a, live show. We're going to try and incorporate more live shows in. If it's not a live watch show, it'll be a live podcast or something. But yeah, we got a lot of shit in the works, man. 2025 is going to be a big year From the Sandbox. Got a lot of shit planned, a lot of shit in the works. Like we said, this is our first year, first team playoffs, 12-team playoff shit.
Like you said, it's our blueprint year.
Yep, it's the blueprint year. So we appreciate y'all, man, for rocking with us, sticking with us, man.
If y'all got questions, we'll answer them bitches live.
Yeah, drop questions, man.
Hit us with the questions.
TikTok, From the Sandbox, From the Sandbox Podcast on TikTok. You got questions there, you can leave them. We'll answer them on here. We'll answer them on TikTok.
And if you want to talk shit, we'll talk shit back to you.
Exactly.
Call you a bitch, whatever we
Exactly. We'll call you whatever we want to call you. We'll call you whatever you want us to call you.
We'll call you whatever you call us. Because some of y'all be talking mad shit.
Exactly. And in January, if you want us to call you that word, we can do it. So, if you want us to call it to you, leave a comment. Say, hey, will you call me this? And
hey, call us that word, and we'll let you know what it is.
Yep. And another thing we got that I've been planning, I haven't really talked to Ty about it. I kind of wanted to talk about it on air. Is we might start up a Patreon type deal, a fan club type deal where, if we go live, y'all can send donations and, we'll answer questions, get on calls, this and that. But that's something in the works for 2025, man. But we're getting there, baby. But we appreciate y'all From the Sandbox. I'm your host, Ty, here with my co-host. I'm your host, Zach, here with my co-host, Ty.
Get off that
boy. That shit got fucking with me. I think I got some alcohol in that motherfucker.
You got something in there.
But we appreciate you, man. From the Sandbox, I'm your host, Zach, here with my co-host, Ty. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Peace.
We out.